excited for the first day of school?
Me!
Yeah, I know, right? All right, so one of the many reasons I wanted to personally always give up the whole 9 to 5 thing was so that I could actually come to the first days of school, or any days of school for that matter, because that's not something that you often get a shot at doing. Jordan,
Tate, where are you in?
Watching these kids grow up. I've been seeing that. You ready for first grade? I ain't signed for first grade.
it is still Monday, meaning while my calendar says there isn't much to do, I'm almost willing to bet that there's going to be a ton of things. Now I am back from dropping the kids off at school, and in that time, phone was totally blowing up because we're in the process of selling one of our apartment buildings right now, and there was a challenge with escrow. And then at the same time, I had a guest who was canceling because apparently there's a hurricane over in Houston. You guys stay safe, stay dry if you can. And so they're not coming. And then another guest has an issue with the bathtub. I guess it's backing up or something. I don't really know, but we've got to get somebody out over there to go look at it. So I'm gonna have to get on the phone and get some vendor to go out there and look at it. And now I'm going to get back to the rest of the day. Now, as part of my normal routine, I tend to walk, and that's what we're doing right now. Walking over to Starbucks. I like to walk. Gives me opportunities to think, etc. So now we're just gonna walk. Done at Starbucks for the moment. Headed over to a friend's house because he's selling his house and waiting on the gas company, and he didn't want to wait any longer by himself. So I'll go over there. Oh my gosh. There we go. Thank you. Right? The legs forever. So I just got out of the Uber, right? And now what's going down? So in the process, the interesting thing about doing this short-term rental thing is it can feel like a 24/7 thing. But I'm excited because I just got a cancellation, which makes no sense, right? Why would I be excited for a cancellation? Well, what happened is that, here's the calendar. What happened is that a person had a Saturday, which in this case was this Saturday right here. So this Saturday, this person literally just canceled, which for the most part is usually not something you want. You don't want a cancellation. But what I'm excited about with this particular cancellation is that it's on a Saturday and it was a 1-day stay. A cancellation of this kind actually makes me excited because now what I'm going to go do is that I'm going to go inside the calendar right here, 1, 2, 3, to manage the revenue better by making sure that, let's see, that was Saturday. What month is that? There we go. So making sure that this time frame is a minimum stay of 2 days, because that's what it comes down to, is that I did not have that set correctly. So now I'm going to have an opportunity to fix it, which is exciting because that'll protect this particular holiday weekend from being sold too cheaply or just sold for one day. Because if they came for one day, it's going to be really hard to sell the one day before or one day after. And that's definitely something you want to keep, from a calendar management standpoint. You want to keep that under control. You do the additional, the $15 per night or per person, because it's a one bedroom. First of all, it's only a 2-night stay, so base rate at this time,
145, right?
Bingo, it goes to 145 because there's 5 guests, whereas my advertised price on this is $100 a night right now because I'm at my minimum. And this now went from what would have been near break even to double cost. My friend says his dog wasn't supposed to go in the grass and wouldn't do that, and he just totally did. Anyway, it's we're approaching arrival time right now. So this is the time of every day. So every day, in your schedule, you're going to have that time where your cleaners arrive to the units, and you're going to receive lots of information if things aren't correct or right or what have you. But now I'm in the part of the day where what I'm waiting on are the people who are arriving today. What's important to me is that Cashflow Diary, that we create more entrepreneurs. You right there looking right back at me. I'm talking to you because you've been sitting on the couch waiting for something to happen. You've been binging on Netflix, and that's great and that's awesome. Maybe there's a time for that. I don't know. But here's what I do know. I know that often when you have to go to work, you're doing things that you don't want to do, and if you could find a way to still earn the same level of income without having to get up and go to work, you would totally do that. Good idea that I decided to go up to that unit and find whatever treasure might have been hidden. Who knows how long those things would have stayed with us if I hadn't gotten rid of them. Nothing worse than moving things you don't need and paying for it, because I definitely didn't want to pay for it, and I definitely didn't want to move it because we didn't need to move. I mean, a nebulizer. My daughter got a puzzle, so she's pretty excited about the puzzle. It's just interesting, some of the things that people leave behind, and yes, in this case, we even got an additional stroller out of nowhere. So I guess they just didn't need the stroller anymore. So it'll be interesting to see how we get how the new location ends up looking, of course, because we want that new location to be up and running, and I think our team said they could probably have it up and running by Sunday, which just means it's a few days of moving and shuffling and hustling to make that happen. So that's one of the fortunate things, is that I do have is a decent team that has helped me. I mean, there were a lot of things today that, like, between dealing with electric bills and utilities, I don't personally have to go and do them, right? Which is great because I have a support team behind me helping me run things better. I've got to get better at making better decisions through this process. for sure, so that the numbers and cash management goes where it needs to be, when it needs to be. And we're just on this journey. It is definitely one of those days where you feel like you made it, felt like some progress, but you took some hits and you didn't even know that was coming. But that's kind of what seems to happen often in the entrepreneurial game. And nonetheless, I am still grateful for the business. I mean, at the end of the day, being able to have, two businesses, one helping people learn how to do this thing, and the other actually just doing it, I think is pretty fortunate. And we should be able to fix our issues and just keep moving forward. And that's what I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward that through this process, we can look back at some point and go, okay, yes, it helped us, it helped you, and we're all the better for it. At the end of the day, we will create more entrepreneurs together. Who's that? Who? Who's me? Oh. So there it is.